Today we're going to talk about document tags. Document tags are a feature that's pretty much universal in word processing software. It's in Microsoft Word, Google Docs, LibreOffice. Pretty much every word processing software has document tags, and it's a really useful feature which is often overlooked. In this video, I'm going to talk about what they are and how to use them in Google Docs. And I'm really excited to talk about Google Docs because I think that the implementation of document tags in Google Docs is very neat. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it's a pleasure to use. So let's get into it. Here I have an example Google document, and visually it has a clear hierarchical structure. We have a title, which is up top and it's large and it's centered. We have a subtitle, which is below it and a bit smaller. We have headings, which are left justified and bold. And so visually, it's clear what the structure is. However, it's not tagged quite as well as it could be. And we can tell because of two things we can do. One is we can look at the document outline on the left-hand side in Google Docs. This is open by default. And if it isn't, you can go to View and say Show Outline. In the outline, we have the title. We have one of the headings, Tags Improve Document Navigation and Accessibility. And then we also have a bullet point is tagged as a heading. We have another bullet point tagged as a heading. We have some body text tagged as a heading. And then this heading actually is not in the document outline. So that's one thing we can do. We can look at the outline. Another thing we can do is we can insert a table of contents. And we can see the issue here too. So we have the subtitle is up here in the table. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there. Document tags are easy to use as a heading, so that's supposed to be there. And then we have this bullet point and another bullet point, some body text, and then there's a heading that's actually not in the table of contents. Right? We want, after using tags, you can add a table of contents. In the table of contents, we're not seeing that. So those are the issues that we're seeing. I'm going to undo my changes. Great. So we're going to fix this document. It's really easy to do. And we're going to start with the title. We're going to highlight it. We see that it's tagged in the styles pane up here as a title. And so we don't have to do anything with that. It's a title, it's tagged appropriately. Great. The subtitle is tagged as heading 2. If we look at the styles pane, we can see we have title, we have an option for subtitle, we have heading 1, heading 2, we have normal text. This is a subtitle. So we're going to go down to subtitle. We're not going to click on that because if we do, it's going to reformat our subtitle. And we don't want that. We spent a lot of time making it look just right. So instead, we're going to go into that drop-down menu and select Update Subtitle to Match. That's going to do two things. First, our subtitle is now tagged as a subtitle, which is great news. And then second, in the styles pane, subtitle looks the way we want it to, which is great news. So if we made a copy of this document, and then we made a new document based on the same formatting, the subtitle would look the same. Okay, I'm just going to go down line by line. That's normal text. Okay, this next line says it's heading to, I don't think it should be. I think it should be normal text. So we're going to go ahead and just change that by just clicking on normal text. The next line, this is heading 2. Well, that could work, and maybe heading 2 is selected because heading 1 was large. But again, we can simply override the formatting by selecting Update Heading 1 to match. That way, the top level heading is the one that we're using as the top level heading. So it's consistent. Okay, now you'll notice in the outline pane, everything that was tagged as a header before, after that heading that we just tagged, is now tagged as a subheading, which is correct, and we'll just fix that in a minute here. We'll go down line by line. Normal text, yep. Body text was normal, good. Okay, the second bullet point is tagged as heading 2. That's not appropriate. It's going to add some confusion. So what we're going to do is take that styles pane and we're just going to apply normal text. Next bullet has the same issue, so we'll just go ahead and apply normal text. Great. And that fixed my bullet points. If you're having issues with your bullet points, you can just click on one of the bullet points and then format them the way you like. Okay, the next line, it's an empty line. It's tagged as heading 2. It should be normal text, so we just go ahead and change that. This is tagged as heading 2 as well. I'm just going to highlight all of that and apply normal text. Next we have a heading that's tagged as normal text. We want it to be tagged as heading 1. So we click on the styles pane. Then you click on heading 1. And then next is the body text. This should be normal text. This tagged as heading 2. And we'll just go ahead and apply that. Okay. So now that that's done, if we insert a table of contents, only the headings appear in the table of contents. It looks like the outline in Google Docs offers both the title and the headings. And that's the way Google chose to implement it, and it works well. But this has an advantage now. Our document is tagged properly, so let's say this next heading was on the next page. I inserted a page break there by holding down Command and hitting the return key. So now it's on page 2. I'm going to go ahead and update this table of contents. Click on the table here. And then when we click on the link, it brings us right to that heading. So that's the advantage of headings. Another advantage is that we can link directly to portions of a document. So you'll notice up here we have a URL bar. Right now it's just the link to the document. But if we click on a tag on a header, for example, it gives us hash heading, and then it has a heading ID. So now if we link to that URL, if we paste that into a chat or an email, and then somebody follows that link, it'll take them right to that heading. So that's pretty cool. So there you have it. That's how you use tags in Google Docs. It improves navigation for everyone, and it also makes it possible for those using screen readers to navigate documents. All right.